Words lie, but actions never will. Watch closely. In the shadowed corners of this world, beneath the veil of spoken promises and whispered assurances, lies a stark truth. Words are fragile, deceitful things. They twist and turn, bend and break, molding themselves to fit the needs of the moment. A clever tongue can weave a tapestry so rich, so vibrant, that for a fleeting heartbeat, you might just believe it. But actions betray nothing. They are the raw, unfiltered reflection of intent. If you truly wish to understand someone, don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. For it is in action that we lay ourselves bare. Imagine a man standing in the rain, his back against the wall, every fiber of his being tensed and ready. He says he'll stand by you through the storm, through the hellfire and the chaos. His words echo in your mind, comforting, promising. But when the thunder roars and the darkness closes in, does he run? Or does he hold his ground, defying the fury that surrounds him? It is not his words that will save you. It is his presence, his will to remain unshaken in the tempest. People speak of love, of loyalty, of unbreakable bonds. They'll tell you they care, that they're committed, that nothing can tear them apart from you. And yet, when trials arise, when sacrifices must be made, how many follow through? How many stand resolute, unmoving, when everything they value is put to the test? The ones who do their rare, precious. They are the ones you hold on to with all your might, because they've proven themselves in the crucible of life. Life, you see, is not measured by the vows we take, but by the deeds we perform. In a world so eager to speak and so reluctant to act, be the one who does. When someone wrongs you, don't waste your breath in curses and complaints. Instead, rise above. Show them through your resolve, through the choices you make, that their betrayal cannot touch you. Let your silence be louder than any shout, your calm more devastating than any storm. When you carry yourself with the quiet confidence of a warrior who has seen battle, who has felt the sting of defeat yet rises again, that's when you truly command respect. We live in an age where the loudest voice is often mistaken for the strongest. But strength isn't in volume. It's in endurance and perseverance. It's in the ability to walk alone when the path is treacherous and uncertain. When you decide to act decisively. Let there be no half measures, no hesitations. Burn with a purpose so fierce that even the universe takes notice. And when you falter, and you will, for we all do, pick yourself up. Not with excuses or justifications, but with the relentless drive to be better, to do better. Remember this, a promise made without intention is a lie waiting to be uncovered. Trust not the honeyed words of those who seek to please your ears, but the steadfast actions of those who seek to heal your heart. Words are fleeting, a gust of wind that dissipates into nothing, but the impact of actions that lingers, that etches itself into the very fabric of our lives. If someone claims they're changing, don't look for shifts in their speech. Look for shifts in their behavior. Are they becoming more patient, more compassionate? Are they showing up when it counts, not just when it's convenient? To lead. You must embody this principle. Inspire not through grand declarations, but through quiet, consistent action. Let your integrity be your voice. In every decision, ask yourself, what does this action say about me? Does it reflect who I strive to be? Or does it betray a lesser version of myself? Hold yourself accountable, for in the end, you answer to yourself. When the night is still and the world fades away, it is your own reflection that will judge you. In this pursuit of authenticity, embrace vulnerability. Be open, be real, not in words but in deeds. Help others not because it's expected, but because it's needed. Stand up for what's right, even if it means standing alone. And when you fail, as we all do, own it. Show the world that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to greatness. Those who watch closely will see your strength, not in never falling, but in rising every time you do. Let your life be a testament to the power of action. When others doubt, when they scoff and sneer. Let your accomplishments speak for you. Let the quiet consistency of your effort drown out their skepticism. And when they finally see, when the truth of who you are shines through, it will be undeniable. Words lie, but actions never will. Watch closely. This world belongs to those who dare to do, who have the courage to act, to forge their path through the wilderness of uncertainty. Be that person. Live boldly, authentically, with every fiber of your being committed to the path you've chosen. The world will see, and it will follow. Words lie. They dance, they deceive, they twist like a serpent slithering through the tall grass, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They promise things they have no intention of keeping. They build castles in the sky and call them fortresses of truth. And yet, the moment the storm arrives, the moment the test of time begins its brutal march, those words crumble into dust. Gone, forgotten, meaningless. But actions do not know the art of deception. They do not bend to the whims of convenience. They do not seek approval or shelter behind the veil of excuses. Actions carve their truth into the very foundation of existence. A man can tell you he loves you, but if his actions scream otherwise, you better listen to them instead. A leader can promise to protect you, but if his actions betray fear and hesitation, you are already standing alone. People will swear to you that they will never leave, that they will stand by your side no matter what. They will look into your eyes with conviction, with a softness that makes you want to believe. And maybe for a while they will even mean it. But life has a way of testing words, stretching them to their limits, forcing them into the fire to see what remains. And what remains is never the promise, it is the proof. It is in the moments when everything is on the line, when silence fills the space between hope and despair, that you learn the truth about people. Watch them. Watch how they move when no one is watching. Watch how they react when there is nothing to gain. Watch how their hands shake when faced with the weight of responsibility. Because in those moments when the mask slips, when the performance ends, that is where truth lives. I have seen men speak of loyalty with fire in their eyes, only to turn their backs the moment the odds were no longer in their favor. I have seen warriors claim they would never yield, only to throw down their weapons when the battle grew too fierce. I have seen love professed in the quiet whispers of the night, only to be abandoned when the daylight revealed imperfection. It is not words that define a man. It is his footsteps. It is the path he chooses when no one is there to guide him. It is the way he holds himself when the world turns against him. So listen carefully. Not to the promises, not to the reassurances, not to the poetic declarations of intent. Listen to the sound of action. Listen to the weight of consistency, because that is the only truth you will ever need. You want to know if someone is real? Watch them. You want to know if they care? Watch them. You want to know if they will stay? Watch them. The way a person speaks of honor means nothing if they abandon the fight when the enemy is at the gate. The way they speak of love is meaningless if they cannot stand by you when it is inconvenient. The way they speak of ambition is hollow if they do not wake up every morning with the discipline to chase it. This world is full of men and women who think words are enough. They think apologies fix damage. They think promises replace effort. They think stories will rewrite reality. But reality does not care about words. It does not care about intention. It does not care about the carefully crafted speeches that attempt to justify weakness. It cares only about movement, about proof. There is a reason the strongest men say the least. There is a reason the most powerful leaders do not waste time with empty rhetoric, because they understand what the rest of the world refuses to accept: words are wind, a whisper in the storm, barely heard before it is lost forever. A man's worth is measured not by what he says he will do, but by what he does when the world isn't looking. You want to command respect. Act, you want to be feared. Deliver, you want to be loved. Show up every single day. There is no shortcut to this truth, no exception, no loophole. You are what you do, not what you say you will do. Not what you wish you could do. Not what you swear on your life that you will do. What you do. That is your legacy. That is your testament. That is the only thing that cannot be faked. So stand tall. Move with purpose. Let your silence carry more weight than another man's speech. Let your presence demand attention not because you speak the loudest, but because you move like a force of nature, unstoppable, undeniable. And the next time someone tries to convince you with words, do not listen. Watch. Watch who they are, not who they claim to be. Watch what they do, not what they promise to do. Watch where their feet take them, not where their voice says they are going. Because words lie. You stand at the crossroads of truth and illusion. The air is thick with the echoes of promises once made, of words spoken in the heat of passion, in the haze of ambition, in the comfort of false security. You hear them all, the vows of loyalty, the oaths of devotion, the declarations of unwavering commitment. But look around you. Who remains? Where are the ones who swore they would never leave? Where are the voices that once filled your ears with conviction? Gone, scattered like ashes in the wind. Because words are only as strong as the will behind them, and the will to act. That is a force few possess. This world is filled with empty voices, with hollow assurances, with people who swear they would die for you, but wouldn't even inconvenience themselves for you. And if you don't learn to see through them, if you don't learn to separate the noise from the truth, you will spend your life believing in ghosts. So open your eyes. Look closely. Because the truth is not in what people say, it is in what they do. It is in the choices they make when no one is watching. It is in the sacrifices they are willing to endure when nothing is promised in return. And you, what about you? What will you do when it is your turn to prove yourself? When the moment comes that demands more than words, when the world calls upon you, not to speak, but to act, what will you do? Will you hesitate? Will you falter? Will you become one of them, the ones who talk and talk but never move? Or will you rise? Will you be the one who doesn't need to speak because your actions have already said everything that needs to be said? It is easy to say you are strong. It is easy to say you are loyal. It is easy to say you are different. But when the fire reaches your doorstep, when the storm tears through the foundation of your life, when the moment comes to prove what you are made of, will you still stand? Or will you crumble like the rest? Because this world, it does not care for words. It does not care for promises. It does not care for the carefully crafted speeches that try to explain away weakness. It cares only for what you do. And in the end, that is the only thing that will remain. Not the words, not the stories, not the excuses. Only the truth of your actions, carved into the world like an unshakable monument. So decide now, will you be the one who speaks, or the one who does? Because words lie. But actions never will.